I'm Carla Hayden, Librarian of Congress in Washington, D.C., and I'd like to share an excerpt from the Rosa Parks collection. On the back of an NAACP letterhead from 1956, Rosa Parks wrote a remarkable statement: "I would rather be lynched than live to be mistreated." She continued, "When I was a little girl, not more than 10 years old, I angrily cried those words to my grandmother in answer to a severe scolding she gave me. I happened to quite casually mention that a white boy had met me in the road some days before and had said he would hit me. He made a threatening gesture with his fist at the same time he spoke. I picked up a small piece of brick and drew back to strike him if he should hit me. I was angry, though he seemed to be half teasing and half bullying me. He went his way without further comment. Perhaps he never thought of it again, and I don't know why I remembered to mention it later to Grandma, as we were alone in the kitchen. To me, she was the most wonderful person alive. I loved her dearly to the end of her life. I always liked talking things over with her and told her almost everything. I was not at all prepared for her stern reprimand of, "Gal, you had better learn that white folks is white folks and how to talk and not talk to them. You better stop being so high-strung or you will be lynched before you get grown. I'm mighty scared you won't live to be grown if you don't learn not to talk biggity to white folks." I was stunned, shocked, hurt, and angered beyond anything I had ever felt. At that moment, I learned my first and hardest lesson in race relations. I felt that I was completely alone without a friend. The one I held most dear had become an enemy, aligned with the hostile white race against me. I cried bitterly that I would be lynched rather than be run over by them. They could get the rope ready for me anytime they wanted to do their lynching. While my neck was spared of the lynch rope and my body was never riddled by bullets or dragged in auto, I felt I was lynched many times in mind and spirit. I grew up in a world of white power used most cruelly and cunningly to suppress poor, helpless Black people.